Hello, Enoch here. Today we're going to be learning how to create a skincare e-commerce shop for a skincare business. You're going to be using a free WordPress theme, free plugins, and a free page builder. So right now, let's take a look at how the website is going to be functioning. Then we shall start developing it. First things first, right now at our top bar we have this text here, and under the top bar itself we have the navigation menus. We have the home, the shop, the track order, wish list. As you can see, the contact us, so customers can search for products right now on this store. They can go to their accounts, they can log out, they can view their cart. Under that we have the hero section, and on the left we have this text that fades in, as you guys saw earlier, and on the right we have an image that also fades in from the right. Okay, then the next section we have a few products that are most liked. Then once you hover over them, you can actually add them to the cart right now, okay, or you can alternatively add them to the wish list. All right, then after that we have, I'll close this, we have these banner images, yeah, to the categories of of oils and toners. Then we have a section for the best-selling products, so customers can easily scroll through these, and if they hover over any product they would like, they can add it to the cart. Maybe once added to the cart, then the cart will pop up from the right, as you guys saw earlier. Or if they want, they can have a full screen view, yeah, so they can zoom in and see all the additional information about the product. Then under that we have a call to action for them to check out their blog. I'm sorry, I left this in white text, should have been black, but we're gonna correct that in a tutorial. Then we have new products that zoom in and you can add them to the wish list. You can also add them to the cart, and you guys, I'm gonna show you the sections where you actually check out. Then you have a footer that has all these pages, the shop, the contact us, blog, track order, and everything. So let's check out the shop itself and see what we have. Under the shop section we have a right sidebar, okay, it's a left sidebar where customers can search for products, and they can filter by price, and it shows categories, and on the right there are a number of products in those categories, and also can filter by quantity. So now moving on to the products themselves. For example, once you open that up, you can see this product right here, and it has this description. You can add more quantities to the cart, and when you click add to cart, it automatically add that, and it will show you right here when the cart pops up on the right, or you can automatically check out from PayPal. Okay, so under the product photos, yeah, we have the descriptions, we have the additional information about the product, then also the reviews. Let's check out the track order page. So the track order page kinda has a section where a customer can fill in their order ID, then their order email, and they can say some tracking information. And we are going to demonstrate that in a few minutes. Then we have the wish list page. So basically the wish list page has all the products that the customer has favorited. So they can click add to cart from the wish list, and the products get added to the cart. Okay, so let's try and make an order and see how everything works. So I already have some items added to the cart, so I'm going to click checkout. Okay, and once I click checkout, my information is already here. I'm just going to click continue delivery, and the shippings have already been configured on this website. So I'm going to click the next button, then I'll choose cash on delivery, and I'll get a notice that my order has been received. Thank you, order has been received. So we have the order number, the date, and the total that I've paid, and the order details themselves, the billing address and the shipping address. Okay, and once I'm to go back to the dashboard, my dashboard over here. Okay, and I click dashboard, we'll be able to take a look at our orders. So you have, this is the last order that we have just made. Yeah, so we bought 10 items and this is the order ID. Okay, so once we copy this, let's try and copy this. So once we come to track order and we paste in that order number, then also apply our email and we click track order, you will see that our order is still in processing. But if we go and let's say to our dashboard and we go to our Woocomerce and the orders, right now this is the order, the latest order 302. If we go into Woocomerce and turn this status to let's say completed and we update, okay, so it's now updated. Let's try to refresh this page, continue form submission. So we will see that the order now, the status changes to completed. Now if I'm to check my mail, let me show you the functionality of the email WooCommerce customizer. If I'm to go to my Gmail, let's log in. So once a new order comes in, WooCommerce will automatically generate this email. Yeah, but now I want to check out the email that goes to the customer. So I'm gonna log into the email that I used to make the order right now, and we will see this email. Yeah, so thank you for shopping with Cresta. So they will mention the customer's name, you finish processing your order, then the order details and everything. So I'm going to show you guys how to develop this. Maybe you can add in some promotional images and all that stuff. So before you get started, you're going to need a WordPress installation. Yeah, so one way to install WordPress is to use your PC. Let's say if you don't want to spend on hosting, you don't want to spend on a domain name, basically you can use your local machine and there's a software that you will install. So it will make your PC act like a server. Then you develop your website using a web browser, and once you're done, you can basically export your site and upload it to the web server if it's ready. Then you can also use cPanel. So maybe you have a hosting package that you have paid for and you'd want to add a few more websites, that you want to maybe test or develop. You can install WordPress through cPanel. There are softwares like this one mentioned here that can help you set it up quickly in under like 5 minutes and you'll be done. Then you can also install it manually. That's for more professional, website developers. So you can set up the databases in the manual method and zip the files in cPanel and all that stuff. Yeah, but it's kind of easy once you do it over and over again. Within like 5 setups of WordPress, it really becomes easy. Then there are managed WordPress hosting packages that are offered by hosting companies like Hostinga, and basically they help you set it up for you in under like a minute. Once you have a domain name, that would be easy. So those are the 3 methods that you guys can use. So depending on your situation right now, you can choose among any of those 3 and we get started. So let's move on. So let's get started. We're gonna start off by installing the Woostify theme. So let's go ahead to under appearance, under themes, because right now once you take a look at our website, it actually has this 2021 theme active, but you're gonna click add new, then you're gonna search for Woostify. Okay, and right here it pops up, so I'm gonna click install. And once it's installed, I'm just gonna click activate. Yeah, because I want it to go live. And right now I don't think there are any major changes to our site. That's the way it's looking right now, but we're going to deal with the changes later on after I install some plugins. So let's go to the plugin section and click add new. All right. Then I'm going to start installing all these plugins, WooCommerce variation searches. So let's walk through them one by one. So we're going to install WooCommerce. WooCommerce is going to help us with managing our orders and inventory and creating products, deleting them, processing orders and everything. Okay, so I'm gonna click and install the WooCommerce plugin, but I'm not gonna activate it right now. And while we are here, we can install the payment gateway, WooCommerce PayPal payments by WooCommerce. So we can install that. Then what else can we can install variation swatches for WooCommerce. I'm gonna copy this and I will search here. Okay, variation swatches for WooCommerce, and it's right here. So I'll install that. Let's do Elementor. We'll install. Let me select all these, and I'll paste Elementor. Basically, Elementor is a page builder that allows you to add buttons, images, forms onto your web pages. Yeah, it's one of the most popular and vital plugins whenever you're doing WordPress for editing and making major changes, as you guys will see in the upcoming few minutes. So there's TI WooCommerce wish list. Yeah, this is a nice plugin that I like to use on e-commerce websites. Basically, it helps you add the wish list functionality to your website, whereby you can have customers favorite certain items that maybe they would like to come back and check out, all that stuff. So I'm going to add the contact form 7. Basically, what the contact form 7 does, it's going to help us create forms and find a way of how our customers are going to reach out to us. And if they have any inquiries and all that stuff, the contact form will come in handy. And we've already installed PayPal, and I'm gonna install classic widgets. Classic widgets, we need this plugin because it's gonna help us create right sidebars and edit our footers, since we're not gonna be using any pro plugins, so it will really come in so handy. Then another plugin would be essential add-ons for Elementor. And what this plugin is going to do for us, it has certain widgets that are offered by Elementor Pro. But since in this tutorial we're going to be using only free elements, free services, free plugins, then essential add-ons for Elementor comes in very handy. Okay, then we have Send in Blue. And what Send in Blue is going to do for us, it's going to ensure email deliverability, so that when customers order products, they can receive emails and notices for their new orders that have been cancelled, that have been processed. You get what I'm saying? Because some hosting servers, the way they are configured, email deliverability is kind of slow. Emails never leave the server themselves, and sometimes there are delays. So this is like a plugin that's going to help you ensure that your emails get delivered to your clients or customers. Then we have the Yaymail plugin. Okay, so I'm just going to copy Yaymail. I don't need all that. And what this does, it's a company but develops a very interesting plugin that helps you customize WooCommerce emails. Yeah, so as you will see, when a customer orders, you can really customize like what your customer receipts look like and all that stuff. So this is why you're going to be interested in your email. Okay, now, so under plugins that we have installed, you're going to come to installed, and you're going to activate, I think, all of them. Hopefully this works well and doesn't break our site, but I think it should work well. So if I go to as a bulk select them. Yeah, so I go to activate and I click activate, and we're gonna wait for them to activate, and then we shall proceed with the development. All right, so Elementor asks us to first set up all this stuff, but I'm gonna close this out. Now let's go back and really see if everything installed, just to verify. All right, so almost all of them are active apart from these. So you're gonna activate that separately. You're gonna activate the email, so that when I start creating, we need them to all be active. You need to install Woocomerce. It's really important that it is installed, because it creates some pages. For example, a checkout, the dashboards for the Woocomerce. It checks it creates the cut pages and all that stuff. So yeah, so right now I think it wants me to set up. That's why it's taking longer to load. However, what I'm gonna do, I'll just click back and it should take me back. So we're back here. So I'm gonna activate the swatches for the variations. So you could be having some variations in the in our store, as you guys will see. But hopefully I just wanted, it's a very nice plugin. It really comes in handy. And let's lastly activate the wish list. All right, so the wish list, can click let's go, page setup. So I'll just click continue throughout all these processes. I don't need to do so much, right? Okay, so there's nothing really here to change. Let me see. All right, continue, ready. Let's just go back to our WordPress dashboard. Okay, all right, now when we look at all our plugins, they have been installed, nothing has been deactivated, so all of them are active. Now one major thing we need to do right now is to take a look at our pages right now. So this has been created by Woocomerce, the checkout, the my account, the privacy policy. So maybe I'll quick edit this, and instead of it being a draft, I'll change it to publish. Then I'll click update. So the return and refund policy, I think I'll do the same, because I think I'll need them somewhere in our footer. So, or I will delete this sample page and send it to the trash. Let's move to trash and click apply. So now taking a look at the pages we have, let me open up our previous store that's already developed. We have the home, track order, wish list, and the contact us. Okay, then at the footer we have all these contact us, the blog, and all those other pages. So let's start creating some of them that are not here. So we're gonna click add new. Okay, and once that opens up, all right, we're gonna start off with, I'll close this because it could get confusing. Okay, then I'll just leave this here in the middle. So let's first start with the home, and I'll click publish. Then I'll click a new page, and we're gonna create hold on, the track order page, and I'm gonna publish that too. What else do we have? We can have the about us page. I'll make this capitalized. All right, then we can have the blog. Let's have the blog. Yeah, and we can publish that. Now once that's published, we can click on this WordPress icon right here, and we check out the pages that we have. All right, okay, now this is looking all right. So right now we need to create one more page, which is the contact us. So let's create contact us. Okay, then I'm gonna click publish, and once that's done, I'm gonna hit this WordPress button. Then we're gonna add some pages to the menu. So under appearance, head over to menus, and we're gonna create a main menu. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna check this primary menu, then hit create menu. And once that's done, I'm gonna start adding some pages. So I'm gonna add the home, the shop, I'm gonna add the wish list, track order, and the contact us page. So I'm gonna click add to menu. And once that's done, probably I can arrange them in whatever order that I would like. I think they should be here, and this right here. Okay. Okay. So then I'll just click save menu. All right. Great. Now let's check out our website. If we go here and open, right click to visit site, we'll find that we have our home, shop, track order, website, and contact us. So I think that is nice. And right now what we're going to do is to also create the footer menu while we are here. So let's see, let's create another one. So we hit create menu for the footers. So you're going to create one for these quick links, then this information. Okay, so we're going to call this footer one, maybe quick links. Let's call it quick links. So I'm going to say create menu, and once that loads up, so I'm going to add some quick links to our blog, to about us, maybe contact us. Actually no, let's leave the quick links to be the refunds and returns. You can have maybe track your order, then the about us, and the cart we can add in the shop also, then probably my account. Yeah, so I'll click and we add that. So probably if you don't like any menu here, menu item, you can simply click remove, and it will be unselected. Okay, so there we have it. So I'm going to click save menu. Then maybe you want to create another. So I'm going to click create new menu. Probably let's call this the information. So you guys can customize this to however way you would want it to look. But yeah, so maybe for the informational we add maybe the contact us, the blog. Still we can add maybe the about us and the wish list, something like that. What else? I think that's good enough. So we can click add to menu, then we can save it. Yeah, so right now they're saved, but we shall add them to the footer later on. Okay, so now the menus are ready. Let's move on to the next part. And what I'm gonna do is maybe you can create the footer menu, let's say right now, and we'll proceed. Okay, so under appearance, if you look for appearance on your left side panel, you're gonna come to widgets. Okay, so now remember we had installed a plugin. If I'm to right click here on install plugins, you'll find that we had installed classic widgets that would help us create our footers. Okay, so right now what I'm gonna do is to add the widgets that we just created to our footer. So under navigation menu, we're gonna say footer widget, then we're gonna click add. Yeah, then so I'll first minimize that. Then I'm gonna add a new footer widget still. So right now there are two. Then I think let me see if I can add something, some text. Yeah, text would be nice. All right, so I want to add in this text right here, so I think I'll just copy it. Okay, so I'll hit copy, then come back to widgets and I'll paste it in. Okay, so I'll paste it in, and maybe I'll call this, I just maybe still call it crystal or something like that. All right, so you can move these items in order. So here we may add our information widget, I mean footer menu we had created. So you can say, you can type it information. Then for this last one, we can add in the quick links footer we had created. So that's quick links. Okay, then we hit save. All right, so once you refresh our website, you cannot see these right now, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna come to customize. So let's hit customize. So this is gonna take you to the theme customizer, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna scroll down to layout. Okay, then we're gonna look for the footer, and we're gonna give it 3 columns. Okay, since we have the text, the information, and the quick links, these 3 columns right here, 1 2 3. Okay, and what that's gonna do is gonna add all this stuff right here, and this copyright maybe you may need to change it. So I'm gonna basically just take off this text right here. Yeah, and I'll hit publish. So right now we need to create one more page, which is the contact us. So let's create contact us. Okay, then I'm gonna click publish. And once that's done, I'm gonna hit this WordPress button. Then we're gonna add some pages to the menu. So under appearance, head over to menus, and we're gonna create a main menu. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna check this primary menu, then hit create menu. And once that's done, I'm gonna start adding some pages. So I'm gonna add the home, the shop, I'm gonna add the wish list, track order, and the contact us page. So I'm gonna click add to menu. And once that's done, probably I can arrange them in whatever order that I would like. I think they should be here and this right here. Okay. Okay. So then I'll just click save menu. All right. Great. Now let's check out our website. If we go here and open, right click, visit site, we'll find that we have our home, shop, track order, website, and contact us. So I think that is nice. And right now, what we're going to do is to also create the footer menu while we are here. So let's see. Let's create another one. So we hit create menu for the footers. So you're gonna create one for these quick links, then this information. Okay. So we're gonna call this footer one, maybe quick links. Let's call it quick links. So I'm gonna say create menu. And once that loads up, so I'm gonna add some quick links to our blog, to about us, maybe contact us. Actually, no, let's leave the quick links to be the refunds and returns. You can have maybe track your order, then the about us, and the cart we can add in the shop also, then probably my account. Yeah, so I'll click and we add that. So probably if you don't like any menu here, menu item, you can simply click remove, and it will be unselected. Okay, so there we have it. So I'm going to click save menu. Then maybe you want to create another, so I'm going to click create new menu. Probably let's call this the information. So you guys can customize this to however way you'd want it to look. But yeah, so maybe for the informational we add maybe the contact us, the blog. Still we can add maybe the about us and the wish list, something like that. What else? I think that's good enough. So we can click add to menu, then we can save it. Yeah, so right now they're saved, but we shall add them to the footer later on. Okay, so now the menus are ready. Let's move on to the next part. And what I'm gonna do is maybe you can create the footer menu, let's say right now, and we'll proceed. Okay, so under appearance, if you look for appearance on your left side panel, you'll now come to widgets. Okay, so now remember we had installed a plugin. If I'm to right click here on install plugins, you'll find that we had installed classic widgets that would help us create our footers. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is to add the widgets that we just created to our footer. So under navigation menu, we're going to say footer widget, then we're going to click add. Yeah, then so I'll first minimize that. Then I'm going to add a new footer widget still. So right now there are two. Then I think, let me see if I can add something, some text. Yeah, text would be nice. All right, so I want to add in this text right here. So I think I'll just copy it. Okay, so I'll hit copy, then come back to widgets and I'll paste it in. Okay, so I'll paste it in, and maybe I'll call this, I just maybe still call it crystal or something like that. All right, so you can move these items in order. So here we may add our information widget, I mean footer menu we had created. So you can say, you can type it information. Then for this last one, we can add in the quick links footer we had created. So that's quick links. Okay, then we hit save. All right, so once you refresh our website, you cannot see these right now, but what you're going to do is you're going to come to customize. So let's hit customize. So this is going to take you to the theme customizer, and what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down to layout. Okay, then we're going to look for the footer, and we're going to give it 3 columns. Okay, since we have the text, the information, and the quick links, these 3 columns right here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and what that's going to do, it's going to add all this stuff right here. And this copyright, maybe you may need to change it. So I'm gonna basically just take off this text right here. Yeah, and I'll hit publish. Okay, so if we go to our website, hold on, let me open it from here, and we take a look at, we only have the quick links, which means something's not working right in our navigation menus. Yeah, in our widgets. So probably, let me try and fix that. So I'll go back to the widgets and I'll edit these out. Okay, then I'll hit save. So whenever I make the changes to the widgets, always remember to hit save. That's why we are not having these quick links, I mean the other widgets showing up, because we didn't save them. So, and still for the information, maybe if you make that any change, you still have to hit save. And once you reload or take a look or reload the customizer, let's reload the customizer and we have a look, you will see that the menus show up at the bottom. Okay, so if I'm to remove this, and yeah, so while you're here we can still make changes. So under the layout, still the footer menu, we can go under design, then we start manipulating these. So this can be black. Yeah, then the heading color can be white, then the link colors can be a little Yeah, that shade. Then also this a little bit lighter, and I think that looks great. Though this was red, as you can see in our design, so I'm gonna make this red. I think that's cool. All right, so that is done. And while we are here, I wanted to um configure the typography and the colors and everything right now. Okay, all are still under this customizer setting. So right now, let's go under color, and we want our theme color to be this color right here. Yeah, so to pick this color code, I have some extensions I'm installing. So this is called color picker for Chrome, and once I click it and I basically hover over a color, it's gonna pick it up and I'll be able to copy it. And once I've copied it, I will just come here, click hex, and paste it in. Okay, so then it will show up right here. So what I'm gonna do, I want to keep these all black, the text color black, the link color black, the accent colors, the I think I'll keep all these black, even these extra colors. Yeah, I just have them black. All right, so our theme color is this. So you see these icons right here. Yes. um Now, once that's done, maybe you can take a look at the buttons. So the buttons can be um, also black. Okay. Then the hover can be the our theme color. So when a button is hovered on, for example, let me see if this will bring up. We don't have any items, but so this ain't working. Yeah. So the text can remain white on both of them. Yeah, which I think it's okay. Then under typography, you want to come to the body, and we want to be using Waxens. So Waxens is a Google font, but I think it will do the job for this project, and that's looking good. Then the primary menu, I also want it to have Waxens. So even the headings, maybe I'll still have them at Waxens. All right. So if I'm to view this, okay. So now I think the fonts are looking good, but the primary menu, probably the font size can increase just a little bit, maybe to like 16 pixels, which has increased here. So I think that's okay. Let's see. Yeah, that looks all right. So now what we are gonna do, let me see if we have missed any settings. Let's go to layout and add a top bar. Okay, this right here. So just copy this text, and I'll come to back to our theme customizer, and I'll paste it in right here. And actually no, I won't paste it to the left, so I'll cut it and I will center it. Yeah. And once you over to the design, want to change the background color to our theme color, and I think that looks fine. For mobile, it's also looking great. Okay, so these are not responsive, I don't know why, but let's go to the header. Okay, I'll take this back to the normal. Yeah, so let's go to the header, and what we're gonna do is we want a transparent header. So I'll click and turn it on, and what's gonna happen is, actually let's not use a transparent header. Let's just keep it that way. Yeah, I think a normal header will do for this case. It's already white. Yeah, so you don't need to make it transparent. So a normal header will do. So it has a data menu, and you can enable search. So once you disable or enable search, On mobile, the search icon, let me show you. So right now the search is on, but once you disable it, yeah, let's see, still loading now, it will disappear. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna leave that on. Okay, so the wish list icon is on, the accountant dashboard it's on, the shopping cart and all that stuff. So I think right now we have the basic setting that we can get started, yeah, developing other sites, I mean other parts of the website. But one last thing I want to do is to come under site identity, then I want to upload a logo. Okay, I'm gonna go to upload, then select files, and I'm gonna come add save them up here. And where is our logo? I think this is it. So it's gonna upload, and I'll skip cropping. Yes, so now that's how it's looking, but I want to adjust its width, something like this. If I'm right, that, yeah, so it's looking right. Then maybe you can have a mobile logo too. What a mobile logo helps with, if you have something that's smaller or you want it to appear smaller, then probably a mobile logo would. So probably a logo on mobile, you'd have to adjust also its logo width to kind of look like that, which I think is cool. Yeah. So that's that wasn't so hard to do. Then you can change the site title to maybe Cresta. Let's say Cresta. Hold on. Crest. Oh God. Cresta skincare. Maybe something like that. All right. Then the tagline is, maybe I'm just making it up, guys. Looking good. Looking better. Okay. Yeah. Then we can also add the site icon. As you see right here, this icon right here. You can go under upload, select files, and we have it right here. And I won't crop it. So I think, and once that's done, it will show up right here. So I think I can publish these changes because now I'm happy with the theme settings. Okay, so that's it. So we can hover out of, can click the X and exit out of this. So we have our logo here, we have the pages right here, we have the wish list icons, the accounts, the cart icons, the footer we have created and everything. Then let's go still to our dashboard and configure some important Woocommerce and WordPress settings. Then we get started. Okay, now let's go to settings, then click general. So we already added this in a theme customizer. You have the tagline, so you guys can click and say we can allow anyone to register or disable it, so they can come in as a subscriber, contributor, author. Maybe you want to change the language and you're not from the US or any English speaking language, so you may want to change it to Spanish, you may want to change it to Norwegian, you may want to change to Portuguese. That is up to you guys. Then also the time and date format, the time, the week starts on, and all that stuff if you're interested. Then you have writing settings, but there's not so much here to change. But the major important settings would be the reading settings. Okay, we're gonna click change the what your homepage displays from your latest posts to a static page. So we want our homepage to be home, because right now once you go to, let's say you click, let's refresh this, it takes you to the blog page. Yeah, so that's why you have recent posts, recent comments, because this setting was set to your latest post. Then posts page is gonna be the blog. Okay, and I'm gonna click save changes. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna come to permalinks. This is really an important settings, and I just have this set to post name. It's a base SEO setting for permalinks. Yeah, and what's a permalink? This is a permalink. Yeah, and this is a permalink. So if I go to maybe, let me see, we don't have any products in a shop, but still this is a permalink. Yeah, if you never had permalinks, then stuff would be displaying with these percentages, these dashes and everything. So probably it's not the looking right or the best way to have them configured. So the WordPress settings are done. Now let's look at some more Woocommerce settings. Okay, so when you have Woocommerce and you come to settings, what's gonna happen is this is gonna be brought up. So under the Woocommerce, if I'm to quickly go through this, so you can set your addresses to something like that, your country or state that you're living in. Are you selling to all countries? So here you can list some or exclude some. Then shipping locations, you can also set those. Then default customer location, you can maybe use geolocate to find them, or geolocate with page caching. But remember, some users use VPN, so geolocate might not be the best option. Okay, it can work, but obviously it can be misled sometimes. So you can enable coupons and discounts on your website. Then you can change your currency. You can add shillings. You have Samoan dollars. So the currency operators, maybe you want to use a comma or a dot or stuff like that. So you guys can change that to whatever setting you will like. So add nothing to change there. So the default shop page is the shop. Here still there won't be so many changes to make. However, the reviews, so you can enable product reviews. Yeah, then you can also select this to make that the reviews are only left by verified owners. So someone who is not, who has not purchased that product can only leave a review or a spam review. So I'll click this and save the changes. So when you go to shipping, and right now we don't have any shipping whatever set up. So maybe I'll add a shipping zone. A shipping zone is basically a location that you want to ship to. Yep. So let's say you're in Canada, and you want to ship to Canada. That's where your local, hold on. That's where your local, most of your customers are. So maybe add a free shipping, or let's say free shipping. Then you can add shipping method. Basically, yeah. So that would be it for your Canadians. And if you want to add more countries or locations, you can basically come and click still shipping. Then you cater for locations that are not covered for your shipping zones. Okay. So I've made an in-depth tutorial about this. So to keep this tutorial short, I'm just gonna quickly peruse through this. So you can add the shipping method. Maybe it's a flat rate or free shipping. So let's add a flat rate, and we edit the flat rate. Let's say we're gonna charge 15 bucks for everyone who is not living in our current location. Okay, then that would be it. So we have our local shipping to Canada, which is free. Then also locations are not covered, which is a flat rate. Okay, so once you come to payments, all right, with payments we can set up our default payment gateways. So you can have cash on delivery. Yeah, then you can also have PayPal. So remember, we had installed the PayPal for WooCommerce, so you can just toggle this on. And once you toggle it on, it's gonna pull up all this information. So it's gonna ask you to activate PayPal. So you can have either a personal business account that is already maybe set up or opened up in Google Chrome. Yeah, so basically it will ask you for security questions, you verify them, then you to interlink your PayPal to your WooCommerce website. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this setup and I'm gonna come back when it has finished setting up. So I'm done setting up the PayPal. It has been integrated. So they give you all this information and which you can use. So you can toggle these on to enable shipping tracking information. So this basically helps you keep PayPal updated in case you're sending out items and they are delaying. So PayPal would like to know, or this option will be sending tracking information to them. So in case a customer issues a refund, yeah, PayPal really needs this information in such cases. And if you don't provide it, um, PayPal will most likely have to refund your customers, yet you're already working on their orders. Okay, so I'll click Save Changes for that. Then probably I'll look at the standard payments and see the options we have. So you can enable PayPal features for your store. I think this is important. Then pay via PayPal. So this will be our brand name. Then that the receipts are gonna come to when the customers are paying. They would see this name. And yeah. So the smart locations you can display on a single location, you can display on the cart and the display on the checkout, which is nice. Yeah, so basically I'll also click Save Changes and that will be it for PayPal. So right now we're gonna take a look at accounts and privacy. So you can allow customers to log into an existing account. You can allow them to create an account during checkout. Um, Also on the my account page, you can allow them to. So always check these. Yeah, they can. You never know when they are gonna help you out. So also click Save Changes. Yeah, and then we can have emails. Okay. So later in the tutorial, you're gonna be setting up your email to handle these completed orders, refunded orders, and everything. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna skip that for now, and I think that's all we need for um, Woocomerce settings. So guys, let's create some products. So to create a product, you come over under here Woocommerce and click Add New. So when you click Yes, Add New. So let's say this is our product right here. Let's say for this is our title. So I'll paste that it in here. Then the product description is a text under here. Okay, what you see here. So I'll paste that in. Let's remove this hyphen. Okay, all right. Then what else do we need? The product should description. This is a text right here. So I can copy that and I'll paste it in here. Then let's see. Then we have the price that is 130. So I'll do 130. Let me just type it. You guys, sorry for being lazy, but yes. So so this is a simple product. So we have the price right here. So you can also give it a sale price, or you can schedule a sale price. Let's say you want it to start from maybe the 13th and end at the 20th. That will be 1 week. So you guys can set that. Then you have the inventory section. So you have the stock keeping units, numbers. This basically help you track how much inventory you have left, so you can assign this product a stock keeping units number, and so it can alert you when it's out of stock or on out of order. Then under shipping, you can set the weight of this. For example, if it's 0.15 kgs, the length is 21. If the width is that, then the height of 16 meters. Then the shipping class, you can add a shipping class to it if you want it to have a different sort of shipping class. For example, if you're selling bulky products, let's say a fridge that costs maybe $1,000, but you also have phones that sell for $1,000 or laptops that sell for $1,000. Basically, the shipping cost of a fridge wouldn't be the same as a laptop because it's more heavier and bulkier, yet it's of the same price. So basically, you have to create a different shipping class for it. Then you can have upsells and cross sells to your products. Then you can have attributes if they are variable products, if they come in various sizes. Under advanced, you can have purchase notes. Then when a customer purchases this product, maybe you want to send them instructions on how to get started using the product and all that stuff. Okay. So now, once this is done, you never forget to add a product image. So I'll go and click products, then upload images, then I'll pick a product and products. So you guys, I'm gonna leave a link to the description for all these products in case you guys want to reuse them. I'm okay with that. If you're not practice with them, you can still use them. That's totally fine. Okay. Once that's uploaded, what you're gonna do is click set product image, and that's that. And you might want to add some gallery images. For example, you can upload more files still of the same product but only has one. So I think I'll just use this as a product image itself. Okay, I think that would be all right. Then you can add new categories. For example, if this is a cream or a serum, for example, you can click serum, then you click add new category. Okay, then that would be it. Once you want to add some tags, for example, you can tags and categories rather function the same way but not really the same way. So you can still have this name to serum, and yeah, basically, if I'm to update this, let's say publish it, and we take a look at how the product is looking. Okay, as you guys can see, it's already looking nice. We have the title here, the short description, the add to cart button, wish list, the additional information that's really so important for shipping. Then you can also comment. Yeah, so only logged in customers who have purchased this product may leave a review. So after I leave a review, that's when I can probably come here to see some reviews, but I'm gonna test out all that stuff later on. So let's go back to the site that we had developed and we look at all these products. Yeah, okay, so we have all these about 8 products, and I cannot create all those while you guys are watching. I think it's repetitive. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you guys of how we can export this product into our new shop, which is barely empty. Yeah, so there's only one product that we've just created, but what we are gonna do is we are gonna go to, now this is a site that I had default before that we are previewing. Then this is our current one. So as you guys can see, if you can tell the difference, this has this link cresta.enoch. Yeah, then this is cresta for the tats. Yeah, so this is one for the tutorial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to Woocomerce. I'm going to come to products. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click export. Okay. So as you guys can see, we have export all columns, all products, and all categories. So one important thing to do is to click yes, export all custom meta. So this is all going to include the images, yeah, the product images that we are working with, that we have on our website. So it's going to download this, and I'm going to have it linked also in the description resources under this video, so that you guys can also maybe use that for your website. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to products under Cresta the tutorials. Okay, and I'm gonna click import. So I'm gonna choose this file that we have just downloaded, and I'm gonna drag it over here. Then I'm gonna click continue. Okay, so it's gonna bring all these forms, but I don't really have to change anything here. This is really a small site, so I'm gonna click run importer. So depending on how huge sometimes your site is or how many products you're having, this can take a longer process. Yeah. So if, for example, you're having 3,000 products, this will take a while for it to get imported. But for our case, I just 8 products, so it's not gonna take a long while. Then we shall resume with the tutorial. So right now it has imported 9 products, 2 variations, and we can click view products. Okay. So right now, if I had to refresh this page for our tutorial, you would see that right now you're having the products, okay, right here displayed. Yeah. So let's wait for that to load up maybe. Okay, so here's a shop. Now let's take a look. This isn't loading, so probably I have to reload it or didn't import correctly, but I can see here that it did import correctly. Yeah, so this happens. You may have to go through and look through the products that didn't import right, then configure them rightly. So what I would do is maybe I'll just preview this, that I don't have a thumbnail, and I make sure it has all the products. Yeah, so I think all the products did import well. Yeah. Okay, so now I also close this. So this doesn't have anything, so I think I'm just gonna have to delete it. It was a draft actually here. Okay, let's move it to trash. All right, so we have our 8 products. So I think that's about it, importing the products. So right now what we're going to do is we are going to work on the home page, because the shop is now ready. We're going to customize this later to look more interesting. We're going to create a track order page, the wish list, and the contact us. Yeah, so let's create the home page. So the home page kind of has this text on the left and this image that both fade in from their respective sides. And let's get started with that. Okay, now going back to our dashboard. So I'll close this, and under pages, click all pages. Then we're going to go to home and click edit. Then we're going to click edit with Elementor. So Elementor page builder is open. So let me give you guys just a quick tutorial. Basically what you need to understand, that websites are made of boxes. Okay, so let me demonstrate this. Yeah, so you see this is a box where our logo is sitting, is also a box. You have another box here, you have another box here that's containing this text here, you have another box here that's containing the image, you have a box here that is containing all the products. So each of the products is actually a box nested in the inner box. You have a box on the left, you have this box right here, you have this box right here. So when you think of it that way, then stuff kind of gets easier. Yeah, so if you have to take a look at this, let's say you want a website with 4 boxes. Yeah, then what you do, let's say you want to add an image in the middle section here. So you choose image, let's say you want to add, let's say, this image, and we insert it right there. So once you add an image there, probably you can add some extra, let's say, buttons to the right. So with Elementor, you can drag stuff around. For example, if I need this button to come here, all I have to do is to hover over this right pen icon, click and drag, then it will be dragged and placed here. The same thing with any widget. So these are called widgets. When you click here, you have a bunch of widgets that you can use, and some are premium, some are free, but for this project, we're going to be using completely free widgets. Okay, so when you look at, for example, if you had to add, let's say, a text editor here, you get, so it gets automatically placed. In that, as I said, you can drag this stuff around, yeah, to where you need them. Then about these boxes, these columns, for example, you have one here, one here, one here, and one here. We can drag them to the left and drag them to the right, however we would like it to look. Okay, so there is that. Then each widget or property, when you click on this pen icon, it gives you 3 tabs here to customize it. One, you have the content, you have the style, and you have the advanced. Okay, so each widget, for example, the properties of a button are different from the properties of a text editor. You get, so there are different customization tools under each tab: the content, the style, and the advanced. So basically that's it. By the time you guys finish off this tutorial, you're gonna have a better understanding of all these properties. So what I want to do is I want to pull up the navigator and select this section and delete it. Yeah, so right now we want something to mimic this, and as you can see, guys, we have 2 boxes. Yeah, one on the right, one on the left. So I'm going to click this plus and then these 2 boxes. So I'm going to close this so yes, you guys can see very well. So on the left we have a heading. Yeah, then under it, let's see, we have a button. Okay, so clicking on this menu icon here, I'm going to drag this button and place it right there. So with this heading, what I want to do with it is I want to add this text. So I think I'm going to copy it the way it is and paste it in right here. So what I want to do is to add a break, a line break. So this symbol right here, the left arrow, BR, the right arrow, simply tells the browser, put the next line after this onto a next line. So this is like the only code you guys will need to learn for this tutorial. Okay, so under style still of the heading text, I want to add a font. Yeah, under typography, it's called Marcellus. Okay, yes, and I'll give it a weight of 600. Let's see, and the letter spacing may be of 1, something like that. So I think that looks good. Yeah, then for the button, I'm going to click on the pen icon and I'll say view all. Maybe we can change this to shop now, something like shop now. Okay, and what we want to do is under style, yeah, we can change the typography of the button to something like Waxens. Okay, all right, then I think that's looking good. So when we look at our border radius, it kind of has a curve to it. So I'm going to unlink this so it turns back to this. So when I click like this, I think everything looks much better. So on the right hand side, we have an image. So I'm going to drag an image and I place it right there, and I go to choose image, and I'm going to upload the file that I want to use. So I have these files in the description for you guys if you guys want to use these same whatevers, these same images. So this is the image I want to use. So it's going to upload, and so once done uploading, you're going to click select. And once that is displayed like that, I think I'd want to center everything in the middle. So I'm going to click on this column on the left. Under vertical alignment, I'm going to say middle. Yeah. So then I'm going to click on this pencil icon. Okay. And what I'm going to do under typography is I want to adjust the line height just a little like that. Then also the size be around 41. I think that's okay. So I think it looks all right right now. Let's see. Yes. So I think I'll adjust this line height somehow a little more. Oh, I shifted it. So I'm gonna go back to the history and to heading size edited, and there we have it back. So let's move on to the next section. So we have this, the most liked products and the shop now button. So what we're gonna do is still we're gonna add 2 columns. Yeah. And what I like to do always is to give it, when you click this section right here, you can give it a 50 top margin and bottom margin. So on the left, what we're gonna have is a text heading. So what I want to do is add a text heading. Okay, then I'm gonna call this maybe the most liked products, the most liked products. Okay, then we also have this, something like that, and this is a text editor. So under here I'm gonna add 1, and I'll just paste in this text. Okay, so I'll remove that. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a button, okay, under the text editor. So the button is gonna lead to our featured products. Okay, so now we hadn't configured where this button is leading. So under content, let's just type here shop. I think it should pull up the shop page right here. Okay, then this most liked product, we're gonna give it a font title of, sorry, a font family of Marcellus. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is let me see how it looks entirely. I'm gonna adjust this font size to something like 32 pixels. Then the text is gonna be maybe 16, and I want it to be Waxens. So typography, Waxens, type in Waxens. So to avoid this repetition of always typing up, I think let me just keep it 14. About 15. Okay, 15 will do. So to avoid this repetition of typing fonts right here, what you have to do is maybe to create a global font. So we're gonna store it up. So these settings maybe you can call them paragraph work sense. So you can always reference this font type and font weight and everything in the setting. It's the same thing as this. If you go under typography, you can click a plus icon. Maybe we say Marcellus heading, something like that. Okay. So we'll be referencing these fonts later on. Okay. And right now we are gonna say a shop. We're gonna say shop now. The most like products. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste this style because I want these edges square like that. Then maybe for this I'll add an icon. For example, let's say an arrow, and for the arrows that they're giving us we can choose to use this. Click on insert, and icon position we can send it to after, which I think is nice. So right now we can reduce the width of this column to make sure it kind of looks like this. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do for this, I'm still gonna adjust the weight of Marcellus to something like 400, and I want it capitalized for they call the product. So I think it looks good now. So to break this, remember our line breaks, how to insert them. All you have to do is to come to the content and we insert a break after here. Okay, sorry. So we're gonna insert a break BR, and that's gonna push that to the next line. So when you take a look at this, I think it's looking nice right now. So yes, okay, and let's move on and add some products here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Woocomerce shortcodes, and we open the first link that pops up. Meanwhile, I also want to go to my back end of Cresta, the website you're working on. So to go to the back end, I'll just need to type a slash webpadmin, sorry, admin. Okay. So back to the shortcodes. What we want to pull up is some of the products. Okay. So maybe you have a category, maybe you have a specific best-selling item that you wanna display on your products, on your homepage. Yeah, so what we're gonna do, let's see if we have some featured products, because those I want to use those as almost like products. So under products, where are products? Right here, we're gonna check out these. So where you see these tab products, these are the featured products. So you can check and uncheck them like this to make them featured or not featured. So we had imported them from our recent site that we created, remember that, and some of them were already featured. So I'm gonna feature some more, and yes, so to add some featured products to this section right here, all we're gonna have to do is to come and copy the shortcode and click copy. Then what we are gonna do is to search for a widget called shortcode, and we're gonna drag it right here, and we're gonna paste in this element. So right now it has 2 columns and 4 products, but right here we have only 3 products, and we want to keep it that way. So what we're going to do is we are going to say 3, and the column should be 1. Oh, sorry, 3 columns and 3 products. Okay, so there we have it. So this section is looking right now. I think that's looking cool. These animations, we shall add them in the theme customizer later on, but for now let's continue working on our home page. So the next section we're going to be working on are these 2 banner images. I think this is really easy, as you guys are going to see. So let's pull this up, and we add 2 boxes, and what we're going to do is, so what I want to do first is that I want to add this text right here and the button. Okay, so let's just copy that in. All right, then I'm gonna drag the heading widget, and I'll paste in the text right here. Okay, then I'll center it, and once that's done, I'll go under the style. Let's see if we have this Marcellus heading. Let's see its font size. It's 32, which is good. And what I'm gonna have to do is to add a button under it. Okay, then this button, I'm just gonna copy this button right here, and I'll paste its style. Okay, then once I click on it, this will be centered. Okay, so I want this to link to a specific category. So when you look at our products, we have creams, we have toners, we have oils. So let's say we want to check out the oils and see the products we have there. Okay, we have 1 product, but that's good enough. Yes, we have 1 product. So if you had to view this product, and it's right here, so it's under category oils. Okay, and once you click on these oils, it will show you more products that are under here, but right now we have 1, so you guys can create more products. So I'm gonna copy this. Okay, and I'm gonna come back to where we are editing, and I'm gonna paste in the links. Maybe we'll paste in that, then change this text to shop now. Shop now. Okay, I think that's good. So right now let's add a background image to this. So under column, I'm gonna go to style, then background time. I'm gonna click a plus, go to upload files, select files, and I'm gonna select one of these images. So I'm gonna click this, open, and once open, it's gonna start uploading. And once that's done, I'm gonna click select. And right now it's, we wanna set it to cover, and we're gonna say no repeat. And what I have to do now is to add a background overlay that is black, kind of. So color, so I'm gonna make it black, the overlay, and I'm gonna reduce its opacity to something like this. Then I'm gonna change this text to white. Okay, yeah, let's keep it a white text. Then go back to the column, click the column, go under advanced, and I want to give it some padding. Yeah, from the top first, I think of, let's say 150, then to the bottom also 150. I think that's, let's make it 120. Also make this, I think 120, and we see how that looks. Okay, then probably from the left we also want to add something like 40-40 from the left and the right, which I think is okay. And taking a look at this, we need to make this white also. So the button under the style, what we're gonna have to do is to change this to black, the text color black, Then also we're going to change the color to white, I think, of the button. Okay, so this looks good, and what I'm gonna have to do is to add a margin around this so that it creates some space. Or before we do that, let's just duplicate it, and we're gonna delete we're gonna delete we're gonna delete we're gonna delete this column. Okay, so the importance of a margin is to create some gaps in here. Yeah, so we're gonna say margin, and we're gonna give it our, let's say, 15. Yeah, 15 is good. So what I'm gonna do is to just copy these, and I'll paste the style to this column. Okay, so now they're very well separated, and I think that's looking good. So let's click this section, and we're gonna add a 50-50 margin on top and the bottom to space it out. I think that's right. Then I'm gonna have to copy this text in here and take it back here and make the changes to that. So I'll paste it in that here. So this will lead maybe to categories like toners. So if you have a toner here, let's maybe view this, and we click this. So just want to copy this category. So toners, maybe what I'm going to do is right click, maybe copy link address, and I'll just type it in, paste it in here. So that will link to the toners. Then probably I want to change also the background. So then I click on this column. Sorry, I'm gonna control and undo that. So let's go to the history, and let's go back to the section margin edited. Okay, so something is wrong, but let me just delete this and I'll just duplicate it. Okay, I think that will be better. Let's just duplicate this. So I'll copy it still, this link from here. Then I come back to my home page. So on the shop now, instead of linking to the oils, I'm gonna link to the toners, as you guys can see. So I'll copy this text, then also add it to here. Okay, then I'll click paste. So I think that's it. So under the column, yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come to style, and I'll change this image. So I'll choose a new one. I'll go to upload, select files, then I'm gonna use this image right here. I'll click open, and once done uploading, I'm gonna click select, and it's gonna show up. So I think this looks awesome. And let's see the other sections. We have best selling products right here, and what you're gonna do for this, you see how they scroll. You're gonna use a plugin from the essential add-ons for Elementor. Hope you guys installed it. So what I'm gonna do is to pull this up, and I'm gonna add a section right now. In this section, you guys already know I want to keep the top and the bottom ones 50-50. Yeah, so that's good. And I'm gonna add a heading. Yeah, so this heading right here of best-selling products, this is what I want to add here. So I'm gonna drag this, and I'll paste it in the text, and I'll center it. Okay, so let's give it some style. Under style, remember the font we had saved, the global font. So I'm gonna click this and pull up the Marcellus font. Then I'll just reduce the weight to something like 400. Yeah, so maybe you can save this because we may need it. Yeah, Marcellus, let's call it Marcellus line. Okay, I think that's good. So what we're gonna do is to add Woocomerce. Let's search for products instead. So there's this plugin right here. Sorry, there's this widget right here by Essential Add-ons for Elementor. You can see the badge there. So what I'm gonna do is gonna click and drag it and place it under the the title, the best-selling product. So it has a lot of presets. I think this is the one you're using, so it can change to different presets. So let's wait for that to load up. So there is this kind of preset with these icons. It's called preset 3. Let's say preset 1. Preset 1, sorry, preset 2 kind of has this. When you hover it does this. So I think I like 3 the most, and should be the one we are using right here. I think we're using a different one, but I think I still like this. So we can play around with this. So we can disable the product rating. So we can have the product price. You can turn on the description on the products, and also check on how that's looking. We can turn it off and on. So I think I'll just turn it off. Then what I'm gonna do is on hover, it's gonna have this quick overview. Yeah. Then an image clickable. Yes, you want them to be clickable so that when someone clicks on it, they are redirected to the product is. So I'm gonna still do the same thing for the title. To when someone clicks on it, it redirects them to where they need to go. Okay. So carousel settings. So this I'm gonna leave it as slides. Then I'm gonna have them display around 4 products at once. Yeah. So I don't want them to autoplay. Yeah. So I want someone to click on them. That's when these arrows will be. So I think we're gonna also have to add some arrows. Okay. So we're gonna toggle the arrows on. So if I take this away, you guys will see the arrows. So you'll be able to cycle through the products. Okay. Then once that's done, what we're gonna have to do is to check the query. So yeah, you can check the best-selling products, the featured products. You can add items on sale, the top rated products. Yeah, so you can order them by date. So whatever you guys prefer for your store, I think the query will work for you. So let's go ahead and customize this. So first, we're gonna customize the product. So everything here is centered, which is nice, and the border radius, which is also nice. The color is white, which is also nice. So let's close this, then go to under color and typography. Okay, so clicking on color and typography. Okay, it's taking longer to open, but on the product title to be black. Okay, then the typography can be the paragraph work sense that we had already saved. Then I want everything here in black. Okay, the pricing, the sale price to be also black. Then we've disabled the star ratings, the sale badges, and what we're gonna do is close this out. Then we are gonna configure the buttons. Okay, so to keep the, remember, buttons also is black. Then the text, we ensure it's white. Okay, then we shall close that out. Then the pop-up, there is a pop-up that comes up. Let me show you guys. If someone clicks on, for example, this, there's a pop-up that pulls up the product. This is taking long, but yes, as you guys can see this. So yes, we need to also cater for this. So what we're gonna do under the pop-up, we want the typography to remain Marcellus, the light heading. Then the title color, we want it to be black. Okay, then the pricing, let's keep it black, and the sale price also keep it black. Yeah, so now the pop-up is done. The review color, this can remain the way they are right now. So you have the dots, you have the arrows, and if you had to change these arrows and the dots, probably we can give them also something like black. Yeah, then the active one can have our theme color, which is that reddish brown peach shade. Okay, so there we have it. So we have these looking nice, looking nice, looking nice, and all these. So let's see the arrows that are also turned to black. So when you come to the arrows, what you're gonna do is gonna give it a background color of black and the text color of white. Okay, let's make it white. So when someone hovers over them, let's say the background color turns to this, then the text turns to white. Okay, so when someone hovers, that's what it does. So I think this looks good. Let me see what I've missed in case of anything. So the products are here, nothing too fancy, and the color and typography, everything is looking fine. Okay, then what else? Yeah, I think everything is looking fine. So let's see the next section that we are developing. So we have this call to action, and then we have also these products. Okay, then we'll be done with the home page. So let's add a call to action. So we're gonna add just one major box. Then what you're gonna do is I want it stretched and full width. Okay, then what I'm gonna add is a call to action. So let's see this. Okay, so this is a call to action we're having. Maybe let's see what we have right here. New skincare blog post. Maybe this is the heading we want. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna paste just this right here. Okay, then I also copy that and maybe I'll paste it under the subtitle, something like that. Or I'm not supposed to place it there, so I just cut this and I'll paste it in right here. Okay, so I think this looks good. And so we have this button here. Then if we can edit this, we can say, hold on. Okay, so what we can say, because we had an issue where we were hovering over this button in this previous section and it was all white. Okay, so let's fix all the text up. Okay, and what we're gonna do first is the background color is okay, but the typography ain't looking right. Okay, so we're gonna pull up our light heading. Then this can be the content style, can be work sense, I think. Then the button style can definitely be black. I think that should do the job. Let me see, black. Then the text color can be white. Okay, great. So we're having this nice call to action. Then lastly, we're gonna have some products right here, the new arrivals. Yeah. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to copy this. Actually, this is too much, so I'll just copy this. Then in this new section that I'm going to create, and by now you guys already know that I like to give a 50-50 bottom and top, so just paste it in here. Best selling products, but this now will be called new arrivals. New arrivals. Okay, so with that placed there, we're going to add this text right here. So check out some of our newest products. So let's click, no, let's just drag a text widget over here, a text editor, and we shall just paste it in that text. Okay, then all we have to do is to come down the style, then let's center it and give it a typography of accent. Okay, it's not actually responding to the accent font type. Okay, So I have to edit that manual, I think, and it doesn't want to go. So let's redo that again. Sometimes these things happen, guys. Excuse me. Okay, so let's Control Shift V, then go to style and center that. I think that looks nice. So typography, the size can be up to around, oh, let's just give it this. I think that's good enough. Okay, so now we want to add these products and we'll get done with the home page. So now we'll come as shortcodes. Maybe we can come and add the newest product. So you can copy the shortcode. And what you're gonna do, and then when you click on this menu, it's gonna search for shortcode, and we are gonna add it under here, and I'll paste in the code. Okay, so right now we want 4 columns and a limit of 4 products. So you guys can make this 8, you can make this 5. For example, if you add 5, then you're going to display 5 products, but in 4 columns. So that doesn't look right. So I just keep it for 4. Okay. All right. So I think if you have to click update, okay, then we go and check out our home page. It's going to be looking nice. Okay. So we have all these best-selling products. So we only having one product here. Then the new arrivals are looking good. So okay, this delay to pop up. So the price is still in blue, yeah, but I had the same challenge. At the back end, it was showing black, but one way to fix that is to still play around with these. So when we go under the typography again, okay, and play around with the product price, maybe let's change it to red. Maybe let's change it to red. Okay. Then when you click update and we wait for it to update here, you guys will see that actually turns, it's as it finished download, it turns it to red. So basically all I have to do is just turn it back to black. I think, let's hope the magic works. Okay. And so it has reloaded and the colors are looking right. Okay, so I think the home page now looks fine. So let's move on and create the track order page. Okay, so I'm gonna close this out. So I click exit and I'll say decide later. So to track the code, all we're gonna have to do is to look for, okay, it's somewhere around here. Okay, can't find it. So let's say track. Okay, what are tracking for? So it's a short code. Okay, so let's move back to here, and once we check out the order tracking, the track order page, so here's our track order page, and let's create it. So under here, under pages, you're gonna see, where is it, track order. So we're gonna click on track order, and I'm gonna click edit with Elementor. All right, and what I'm gonna do is, first I'm gonna create a section just like this, and what I'm gonna do is give it a background and a style of a light kind of shade, something like this. Yeah, and I'm going to save this as a global color. So page header bg, okay, and under layout I want this full width and I want it to stretch the entire section. Then also under the advanced, I think I'll use a padding of, let's say 50, not 500 but 50, maybe 60, maybe 60 will do. Yeah, then I'm gonna add in a widget, a heading widget that says track your order. Your order here, something like that. Then I'm gonna center it, and under style I'm gonna give it that font, yeah, the one that is saved globally. So next I'm gonna add another section right here, and you guys know by now that I like to give it a 50-50 top to the bottom. Then I'm gonna insert a shortcode, and I'm gonna drag and place it right there. Then under the Woocomerce, remember you guys, we had gotten the shortcode from here. So I'm gonna come and paste it in here. Okay, so I'm gonna click paste, and it's gonna generate all this information. Yeah, so you guys don't need to do anything. Okay, then I'm gonna click update, sorry. And once we're to take a look at this, it's gonna look like this. So I think this looks nice. So let's go back to our home, and we see, oh, we forgot to add these animations, but let's quickly do that. So let's click with edit with Elementor. I don't want you guys complaining that I didn't show you guys how to add those animations, but it's quite easy and quite simple. Okay, so basically when you click on this, the pen icon, and you go, I moved it again. So under this, let's go to advanced. Then you want to scroll down to motion effects, and the default one is going to fade in left. Okay, maybe add a 300 millisecond delay. Yeah, so we're going to apply the same thing to the button. Maybe the button also under the motion effects, we're going to maybe slide in, fade in from the left, sort of like that. Let's also delay it by 300 milliseconds. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing to the right, this image. So under motion effects, what we're going to do is going to wait to shall fade in the right. Okay, so I think that's cool. Then this, I think, under the advanced, so I've selected the section. So entire section is what I'm going to animate. I think let's do a fader. All right, that's cool. So these buttons, so I want this to, I don't have any animation on this, but for the buttons, what I will do, under motion, no, under the style, okay, under the hover animation, I want it to grow. Okay, so when someone hovers, it grows. So I think I will take this, copy this, and I will paste the same style here. So it's going to apply that grow effect. So I think that's good. So then this section, the way I want to animate it is I'll go under motion effects. Then I think I'll just zoom it in. Okay, that's looking good. I think I'll do the same for this. Under motion effects, I will zoom in. All right, so I think that's just about it. So let's click update, and once it's updated, let's refresh this and we take a look. All right, so they animate well, this flying well, and yeah, you have everything looking nice. So the page is set, the track order page is set. Let's go to the shop and we start editing it, because we want this to be on the right and these products on the left. Okay, to do that, we need to exit out of all these. So I'm going to exit page, and I'll close these two. So right now, let's hit this WordPress icon here on the top left, and we are gonna go to appearance and go to widgets. All right. So now what I'm gonna have to do is start selecting. Okay. So I want the search. Let's see if I product search. I want it to be on the Woocomerce sidebar. So I'm gonna click add widget. Then filter products by, oh god, filter by, I think this is filter products by, I want by categories, then also by price. Okay, so you're gonna add this. I'm gonna click add widget, then I'm also gonna click add this, then I think also, I think these are categories. Okay, then let me see. So yeah, we have the product search first right here, then we have the price, then filter by attributes, but I think I don't need this. Okay, it can be there, but let's see if we can add categories maybe. Okay, you can, oh, these are not product categories, these are post categories. So let's delete that. Then this is the widget that we want, so click add that. So it's gonna show maybe product counts, and click save. And once that's done, these are done, these are done, these are done. Let's refresh this and see what we have. Oh, I went to chat. Let's refresh this. So you have the search, we have the filter, we have the categories, we have the quantities, and yeah, I think it's looking nice, but we need it to the right. So to put it to the right, you just have to come to the customize. So we enter the theme customizer, then we start doing some magic from there. Okay, so we are in the theme customizer, and what we're gonna do now is we are gonna edit this stuff. Okay, let's go under Woocomerce. Okay, no, for the sidebar, let's go to layout, and we are gonna go to sidebar, and for the shop archive, we want it to the left. Okay, it's still loading, by the way. So here it is on the left, yeah, with those nice hover animations. That's why I like the Woostify theme. Okay, so I think that's good. Then what I wanted to do under Woocomerce, okay, I wanted to make some changes to the product archive, the shop archive. So let's go to the product card. There's nothing to change here. Product content. So there are a bunch of settings here that you can turn on and turn off. So for example, if you want to display the category on your product, basically you can do that. And as you would see, it's in toners. Yeah, this will appear, but I think that can be a good thing. Okay, but okay, I'll leave that turned on. So you leave the product image, the hover effect. So when someone hovers, maybe it zooms, kind of. Let's see how that's gonna look. Okay, right now it's not functional, but I don't know. Well, I'd say it's a try and error thing. So these are some of the effects that we can use to change this. So you see how this cut button now shifts to the middle, okay, which I think is a nice touch to the project, I mean to the website itself. Yeah, so I think those are the changes that I wanted to make. So even if when you go to the home page, okay, because there's something I want to confirm, because this effect of editing the shop archive kind of affects everything here. So you see how these have changed, and when you hover, the theme color changes to that. So then there are also product ratings that I think need to be sort of disabled. Let's see, under general, so there is a result count, but I think we'll leave our ratings since only only verified owners will be able to make these ratings. Okay, so let's step out of this for a while. So I'm going to publish these changes, and I am gonna do this. So I just want to go back to the home page and see how everything looks. Alright, so that's fading nice. Then the news are looking nice. So everything kind of looks good right now. So you have these nice add to cart buttons that I really like. Okay, then you have the truck order page that's also looking great. Then we have the wish list. So we don't have anything so far added there, but we're going to add some stuff definitely. Then we have a contact us page. So we're going to be doing a contact us page, then we do a final customization of the entire website, customize the emails that are being sent out to the customer, and do some final customization. Then we'll conclude the tutorial. All right. So while you're at the contact us page, I'm going to click edit page. And once it's open up, I'm going to click to, edit with Elementor instead. And once it's open up, all I'm going to do is click this folder icon, go under templates, and I'm going to upload one. Okay. So I'm going to click select file, and under skincare, there is this contact us. So I'm going to click continue and to import. So it's right here. I'm going to click insert and apply file. So I've linked up this template in the video description, so you guys can download it and automatically add it to your pages. All right, so it has this banner right here, the general inquiries, and so you're having an error, contact form not found. So what you're going to do is we're going to go back to our dashboard, and under contact form 7, the plugin we had installed, we're going to create a form. So we're going to click add new. Okay, then let's say contact form 2. Okay, maybe I'll just create that. Then right here, what we're going to do is we're going to first update this, then just refresh it. Okay, so now it's refreshed, and what I'm going to do is when I click on this pen icon, I'm going to go here and select our form, which is contact form 2, and it should display everything here. Okay, so you have your name, your email, and your subject, and your message. And if you don't want some of these, what you can do under the contact form is to remove some of this code. Okay, so you can remove the subject, you can remove the email, you can remove the name. So all you have to do is just to highlight and delete it. But for this case, I think I'll need it. So I just click update, and basically that would be it. Okay, so now the website is almost done. All we need to work on is the customer email, and we're good to go. Email customization. All right, so I'll close the tabs to the right, And we'll go under your email and click on your email, and we'll click leave site because we still didn't want those saved up. Okay, so this is a your email customizer, and right now you have options to create custom emails for all these. So what I want to do is I want to create one for the completed order. So you come to this drop down right here and click on completed order. Then you're going to start changing these. Yeah, so we want our logo maybe to appear here, and once you scroll down, it's right here. Okay, so now that has been changed. Maybe we can say thank you for shopping with Cresta, something like thank you for shopping orange with Cresta. Okay, something like that. Then probably the background color can also change to something, I think black can do. Actually, it's almost like our theme color. Maybe I'll use that and adjust it a little. So basically, this by default, this is how the WooCommerce plugin would look, but you can customize these. Yeah. So once you come into the title colors, maybe you can make these black. You know, these headings instead of the WooCommerce default blue and stuff like that. Then probably what you can add when you click that menu icon, you can add something like, let's search for image. Let's say an image box, and you want to add it under the billing address. So what you can do, if you have maybe a promotional item or something like that, maybe let's see, you can click change image, and let's say you want to market this. Yeah, so probably you can say get, I'll keep this capitalized, get this toner at 50% off, maybe something like that, and I'll eliminate this space, and probably make this bold, you can make it italic, yeah, something like that. Then the other thing you can do is, obviously you have your description right here. The other thing you can do is to change their fonts if you're not so into the fonts, the default fonts that these guys are using. Yeah, but I think, yeah, whatever you like. So this looks good, so you can have you can add these, you can even add, you know, something like this to, let me see, to the bottom. So if you duplicate this more works like Elementor, so you can move it down using these arrows across all these image boxes. Then probably you can remove this. Okay, so you can remove that. Then yeah, probably this can be different. Just maybe thank you for shopping with us, something like that. Then you can easily center it. Yeah, I think that's cool. Is this also centered? You can make it centered. Yeah, so that's just about it. Yeah, but I think it's important that you have your logos and your right colors looking that way. So once you're done with that, all you have to do is to turn this on. Yeah, to make sure that it is turned on and it's active. Okay, so let's click save. Yeah, since we're done now with customizing our email for the completed orders, what we need to do is to make sure that the email is delivered correctly to your clients, because some hostings by default will disable emails coming in from the WooCommerce PHP code to get to your customers, but there is a way around it. So what they're going to do is going to go to plugins and add new, and we're going to install the Send in Blue plugin for the newsletters. So right now I'm going to type Send in Blue, hope that's the right spelling. Yes. Let me see. This is a plugin that we want, newsletter SMTP. So it's more of an SMTP plugin that's going to ensure that your emails are delivered from your website to your clients. Okay. So I'm going to click activate, and it will need you to set it up. Yeah. So you're going to need probably your account of Sending Blue created, and and set up some APIs, but that's kind of easy. So at the very bottom, you have Sending Blue. So you're going to come into home, and let's see what we have here. So right now, it's going to ask me to create an account. Yeah, so I'm going to click create account. So it's going to open up everything in a new tab. And I think I already have an account. So if you guys don't have an account, then probably you can set yours up. Okay. So right now, if you're already done setting up your account, all you have to do is to come to SMTP and API. Okay. Then under, let me see, under the API is, I already have one. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna create another new, and I'm gonna call it let's say Presta. That's okay. So I'm gonna pause the video because these API keys need to be private. So I'm just gonna click generate, and once they generate, it's gonna create one unique code that I'm gonna copy. Then let me just pause shortly. So I'm done copying my code, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back here in Sending Blue, and I'll paste it in, then click login, and this is what we have. So once you click login, all you have to do is to turn on these transactional emails. Yeah, so they are coming from Cresta Inc., which I've already set up here in Sending Blue. Yeah, I'm sure you guys, the website here asked for a business name, but yeah, that was easy to set up. Then let's send an email test, for example, to, no, let's send my personal one. I'll close this first, okay? And gmail.com. All right. So I'm gonna click send mail, and let's see if I'm to open this up under this. We should be having the mail in here. I think it did come because I'm trying to use the same. Oh, there was a mistake here. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so I'll just refresh this. So it's right here. Okay, which means now our emails are working. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some customizations. Oh god, I closed that out, yet I still needed it. Okay, so we're gonna do some customization, then we shall test out the entire website. Okay, so let's do Cresta. Yes, so right now this is our website, and now it's looking at everything that looks perfect. But when I click customize, okay, and there's some Woocomerce settings I am looking for. Yeah, so let's go to Woocomerce, and we're going to check out. Okay, so when you look at this, is our current layout of the checkout page and everything. So if I'm to minimize this, yeah, this is how it looks. But you can turn it into different layouts. That's a beauty of the Woostify theme. Yeah, into different kind of layouts. So basically, it doesn't look So you see these have been added in this layout. Then you have this other one. Okay, let's see how that looks. And that kind of looks like this. Yeah, but I think I prefer this option right here. Okay, and once that's enabled, I'm gonna enable this distraction free checkout. And what's that's gonna do? It's gonna remove these headers right here. Yeah, so that a client is really focused on checking out, which I think is a good thing. Okay, then we'll add these extra steps, which I also think is nice. So I'm gonna click publish. Okay, so now once those are published, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to our home page. Okay, then I'm gonna try to make an order. Okay, so let's say this is our home page. Okay, then I want to add this to the wish list. Okay, then maybe I want to add this to the cart, so the cart will pop up. Then I'll scroll down, maybe I want to add this to the cart also. Okay, the cart will pop up. Then probably I want to add this to the wish. No, this already added to the wish list under the cart. Then I'll add this to the cart, but maybe I want to check this out from the product page itself and check out some product photos. Okay, so you can easily scroll through the product photos. You can increase the quantity, then you can click add to cart, so you can have something like that. Then what else? If you check out our wish list page, so you have some items that we've added. So for example, you can click and add this to the cart. Okay, yeah, and it has been added. Or you can select almost all of them, then you come to actions, be add to cart, then you can all of them add to cart, so something like that. Okay, so the other thing, maybe you can come to the shop page. Yeah, you can search for products. For example, if I type AHA and search, it's gonna pop up with these AHA tonics, BHA, so in order of relevance. Okay, then if you wanna filter them out, let me see. For price lower than 100, then click filter. Probably you're gonna stay with these two, and let's say you wanna add this to the cart also, which is a nice thing. Yeah, so we have a bunch of stuff in our cart. Let's try to check out. So we're gonna click checkout, and we have all this information, this and that and that and that. So maybe I wanna change my email to something like, shift at email. Yeah, so I wanna use this email right here. Everything looks fine. The total is 170, so you can click continue to payments and all that stuff, and you can either decide to pay with cash on delivery or you can do PayPal. So I'll do cash on delivery for this testing process, and let's wait for the order to process. So right now we have our order right here, and what we can do is we can copy this order, copy it, then come to Cresta, yeah, to redirect us to the home page. Then we can click track order. Okay, so let's paste that in. That's our order. Then we can only place in our email here. Okay, that looks right. So what I'm gonna do is, it's saying the order is still processing. Okay, so once we go to our Woocomerce, okay, and orders, we will see the order right here. Yeah, so if you click on it and we turn this to, hold on, we turn this to completed. All right, then we can click update. So now it's the order set as showing to completed. And probably if you have to copy this order again and come here to track order once again, then place in your order ID and your email and click track. Then you're gonna see the entire order, yeah, that it was completed. Okay, so you can still view this in the dashboard. Yeah, so on your customer's dashboard, they will be able to see this. They'll be able to see their orders. They'll be able to see any digital products they have downloaded, and maybe also edit their account details. Okay, so now let's go to email and see what Woocomerce sent us. All right, so now what your customer is going to receive is going to look like this. Okay, thank you for shopping with us. Order plus all this. We have this marketing material right here, the billing addresses and everything. Yeah, so I think this looks really cool. Okay, now I think our site is almost done, and probably what we can do right now is to do some minor customizations. Okay, for mobile. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open this up and see how they're looking. Then probably I'm gonna edit them with Elementor page by page to check out how good it looks on mobile. Okay, all right. So I want to see how the mobile looks. So I think what I want to do first is turn on the navigator, and on this first section, yeah, so now it's selected, the first section, because I can select it here. I'm going to go to advanced. Under responsive, I'm going to reverse columns. Oh, sorry, I'm going to reverse columns. Yeah, so I'll click on this title, I'll make it centered, click on the button, make it centered, and maybe I'll also reduce the size of this. Under style, under typography, I'll reduce the size. Actually, I think that's nice. So the most liked products, something like that. Products are looking good. So this ain't looking good. Okay, this ain't looking good. So what I'm gonna do under style for this, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna have two products or a single product display. So under the carousel settings, I'm gonna set it to 2, and I'm gonna set it to 1 maybe. Okay, so now the clients will just have to scroll through one product for the mobile version. All right, so the blog post, I think the title could probably should be smaller. So the title style, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna make it smaller. Yeah, so I think that looks fine. Then the new arrivals also looking fine, and the footer is also looking fine. Okay, so let's click update, and that will be it. So when you look at the track order, let's open this up. I'll inspect it. So for mobile, I think it looks good. Yeah, so having all this and that, yeah, I think that looks good. So I'll break out of this. Let me close this out, and the shop page should also be looking good, definitely looking good. Okay, let's inspect it and see how it looks. Yeah, kind of looks good. Okay, now let's see. So you can even search for the products right here. There's a search bar in the navigation menu, which I think is also really cool. And the contact us, if it to inspect it, I think it also looks cool in the mobile version. Okay, yeah, so that's basically it. Okay, and looking at our site, I think it's now complete. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you need more tutorials like this, I've done a couple of them. I think one of my previous video is a home decor web shop, so you guys can check that out. I think I'm gonna leave a link or a card at the end of this video so that you guys can also check that out. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna be uploading a few more Woocomerce tutorials, how to import products, how to export them, how to deal with the nitty-gritties of an e-commerce shop, and yeah, the different themes that are best for WooCommerce. So you guys, thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one.